Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
If you're anything like I used to be, you only go to the doctor if something is life-threatening, or if you're in so much pain you can't stand it. In fact, in order to get me diagnosed with diabetes, God had to give me stomach cramps so bad that I thought I was dying to get me to go to the hospital in the middle of the night. That turned out to be nothing life-threatening, but it led to the diagnosis I wouldn't have had otherwise, so I could keep the diabetes from becoming life-threatening by changing my diet. God even had my gynecologist find my thyroid cancer when I went for my 5-year checkup. I probably would not have even noticed until the cancer had spread all over my body because it didn't hurt. But God, being my great physician, made sure I found out so that I could consult the right doctors. But I've learned my lesson, and I am now on a regular schedule to have a physical every year, whether I feel like I need it or not. And of course, mammograms and all that too. Doctors are an important part of our lives, and we shouldn't only get an appointment when something hurts. Jesus has something to say about that in the spiritual realm. He's just called Matthew, a tax collector, to follow him. Matthew was so excited that he threw a big party, inviting all of his friends, which meant other tax collectors and outcasts, since he wasn't accepted in polite society. The Pharisees apparently kept tabs on Jesus' whereabouts. After all, if he wanted to teach people, he ought to be a good example himself. And if they could find something that would discredit him, they would feel like they'd done their job. They'd already decided his claim to being God wasn't true, despite the proof of all of his miracles. They pulled some of his disciples aside and tried to discredit him with them. "Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners?" they asked. Of course, the disciples didn't know. I imagine there was a lot about Jesus that didn't make sense to them. The question they asked made me laugh. Of course, they were talking about Jesus eating with what they considered to be the dregs of society. But if you think about it, no one, not even the so-called perfect Pharisees, would be worthy to eat with Jesus, or even be in his presence. Jesus was God in human flesh, the creator of the universe. How could he eat with anyone? We might not all fall under the tax collector category, but we're all sinners for sure, even the Pharisees who diligently kept the law. One sin, big or small, makes us a sinner. Jesus' reply really makes us think. He says, "Those who are well have no need for a physician, but those who are sick." Now, the Pharisees didn't realize they were sick. They didn't put themselves in that sinner's category. They were exactly like I was, walking around probably for months, not knowing that I had cancer, not knowing I had diabetes, yet needing to go to the doctor. They needed to go to the doctor regularly, just as we do. We need to check in with our great physician daily, not just when we're in trouble and realize we've sinned. We need to go to him, as David did, and open our minds and hearts and say, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there is any wicked way in me, and lead me into the way everlasting."
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to share a treasure God has given you by doing an episode, please contact us. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you'll find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.